He's establishing himself as one of the best players in EU.
I mean, I feel the exact same way. I mean, Sgrape, before we got him out to one of those Royales, it's kind of, a lot of people didn't really know what Sgrape was all about. We're like, yeah, plays Orion, plays Rocket Lance, is pretty good, but like, how good is he? And then throughout all of 2023, continued to prove here, there, everywhere that he went, that he was one of the best players in EU, and it's not even close. I mean, you don't get PR4 by being a fluke. This is one of the best in the business, not just in EU, but in Brawlhalla, period.
Absolutely, and it is going to be a tough task for the Mirage Speed Core and Enthusiast to take him on, but he is going to give it all he has. First stock is going to be going to Sgrape, as he's going to be leaning into the spear very heavily in the first stock. Sticking to it on into a second as well. Not able to pick up that Sare.
Wow, what a conversion into the D-Light from Sgrape. And I like that Sgrape innovates, right? We saw he got a falling, I think, like Sare earlier, and then just immediately went into the down sig, baiting kind of like a dodge in or something like that, but not going to work. Shadra getting cleaned up, though. D-Light recovery not going to be enough, but the exhausted recovery to follow is going to have enough packing of a punch to go ahead and get rid of that stock from Shadra. So Shadra clearly struggling. Sgrape kind of looking like a different echelon of play right now. I want to see if Shadra can make the proper adjustments to feel a little bit more relevant in this set.
The thing is, I mean, Shadra plays the game.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's going to be it.
Hey.
Surely that's it. Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's not over. Shadra gets back.
Yeah, I think you got hit by a recovery there.
All right. It's not over. It's not over until it's over.
Said, hold on, play out the whole song. Oh, the DJ to play it out. Play it out. No, that's my jam, bro. Don't cut it off early.
All right, finds that throw combo. Sgrape trying to go for the D-Sig.
Probably do it again.
Fighting knockout now. Just needs one good connection. Go for the ground pound. I see it. It's a dare instead.
D-Light ground pound here. The weapon throw covers the ability to set that up, though. So great from Shadra on defense, but still has a lot of work to do here. Sgrape probably going to start throwing out more D-Sigs, and then once he's conditioned to maybe throw out an N-Sig, but now we have the spear again. So yeah, we can go for the gold ground pound. Just end the game, please, if you want. Or a weapon throw into a recovery, because that works as well. Pretty much everything at that point was going to be able to KO. You can see Sgrape admittedly getting a little bit lazy finding the KO toward the end of that game one, but I don't blame him. You already have so much damage racked up that you're able to just kind of be like, I'm gonna throw out a Hail Mary down sig. How about another Hail Mary down sig? What if I did a recovery, a ground pound? Something's gonna hit eventually. He has to come near me to win, and that's kind of what happened. And so hopefully Shadra can keep it a little bit closer throughout this game too, so that Sgrape doesn't have that affordance of getting to kind of just do whatever he wants.
And this is the thing, right? As a fan of the Shadra playstyle, there's one thing I fear more than anything else, Flambo. Shadra plays Brawlhalla in a very, very particular way. And he's one of the top players. He's amazing at the way he plays Brawlhalla. But if you figure out how Shadra plays, I mean, you figured out how to beat Shadra. And I fear that Sgrape knows how to beat Shadra.
No, I feel that, right? There are some players that are like unique in that way, but then once you learn how to beat them, it's like you've mastered beating them, right? It's like the difference between playing someone who just like plays a certain weapon versus playing a super specialist, right? Like you run into like, I don't know, an Adam Cool, or you run into like I don't know. There's so many players like that. I'm Llama, for example, on Thatch. Like, yeah, I've played a Thatch in rank before, but haven't played I'm Llama. But once you figure it out, you kind of get an idea of what to do. And so hopefully Shadra can adjust a bit here. Sgrape is filthy, though. Like, why are you doing that, bro? Come on, man. The gravity cancel down sig from deep is going to get the first stock, but Shadra's not trailing behind by a lot. So that down sig equals things up right there, and now we're cooking.
Yeah, and quite interestingly, I did go over on to the stats of these players and their match history against each other. Now, Shadra has been in the competitive scene for a full year longer than Sgrape, starting to play in tournaments in 2018. He actually has a positive overall win rate going up against Sgrape in a tournament gameplay. So Sgrape is able to close this one out. He is going to be able to turn that into a 50-50.
Yeah.
All the numbers, but I mean, I think it was you that said statistics matter, right?
Yes. Yes, statistics matter, but also the recency of them as well, right? When you have a history like that against someone,
okay,
one thing you have to consider is, ooh, that was a close one. how recently those losses happened, right? What was that like?
Dude,
Because
that
Sgrape's a
recovery
different
was so
player now.
close.
Round pound it?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
100%. Both Sgrape and Shadra completely different players now, right? But Shadra gonna have to try and find this knockout very quickly here. But Sgrape, he's able to pick up that recovery, goes for the second one. Wanted to read the fast fall with an air, but not able to connect that. Sidelight comes out. I'm seeing
Nice.
despite Sgrape doing a really good job in the neutral game with that spear.
Oh, no.
I mean, at least in that stock, we're not seeing as many follow-ups coming out from Sgrape. Shadra is connecting those though.
Yeah, Shadra kind of made a pivotal mistake there. Oh, goodbye.
Oh.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, goodbye. That's it. I said Sgrape doesn't hit any follow-ups. He said, hold up, let me just use this neutral signature.
Oof. Yeah, that one's tough because Shadra definitely wanted to weapon starve Sgrape going into that final stock. Went extremely high to throw that spear up and then wanted to grab, I think, the site that had spawned and then just missed. And so Sgrape was able to come down with full invincibility and get a weapon for free. And that's why he had the spear to hit him with that Ensig later on, right? So, like, small mistakes like that don't seem monumental in the moment, but give your opponent the ability to sauce you like that you can't be making.
Now, speaking of making old Brawlhalla references, Shadra is still in the game. He has activated one of the oldest tricks in the book. The Zapapi tech. Swapped over the skin. If you're only playing on the same legend, you kind of feel like you need to swap legend, but you only play the same one. Just swap over the skin. You get that mental buff, and you're still able to play Scythe and Spear.
Yeah, no, swapping the skin, it really works, especially when you're switching over to some of these
Oh
crossover skins. You know, it looks a little bit different. You got to make sure that people still are on their toes. But yeah, I mean, like, Sgrape doesn't really seem to care about any of that, right? He's like, okay, whether you're a Ninja Turtle or you're like Queen of the Sands, it really is no difference to me. I'm just going to destroy you.
Battle super far up on the screen there. Shadra not able to pick up this knockout though. Recovery is going to be connecting, tries to find the landing, but isn't able to do so. And Sgrape, he has that double, will be committing to it, gets this here on the end. I smell the dare. I smelled it from 1,000 miles away. It looks like Shadra did too, because he's not going to be falling for it. Do we have a second one coming? No, it's going to be the side light and a sig at Sgrape. The GCD light doesn't hit though.
Okay, opportunity for Shadra to try and get the first stock of Sgrape. Still, Sgrape can throw out an Ensig if he wants to, goes for a D-Light to keep it safe. And a D-Light will KO here as well. Yeah, enough damage has been done to Shadra that even though the downsig, rather, of Orion doesn't really KO like that, when you rack up damage at this point, it's safe to throw out and can KO. Pogo here could be it. Sgrape can't line it up, but whiffs and then just goes for the recovery, and that's all it takes. Sgrape still sitting healthy with 3 stocks, potentially on the verge of 3-0ing Shadra here, and looking very poised to do it. It would kind of take a lot from Shadra to come back into this game.
It's going to take a lot, but a ground pounder from the side to take off a stock is definitely a good start. Still an entire stock behind. He has a mountain to climb, but Sgrape is so close to finishing this off, getting into top 8 in a 3-0 fashion. Is the dream still alive? Sgrape is trying to shut it down. Shadra hasn't been able to find a single attack yet, and Sgrape, he's just dominating the neutral space. He gets that D-Sig, still hasn't been hit. Shadra all the way down in orange. He gets one Sair in, a clash. It's way too little, way too late.
Yeah, finally swaps over to that site. I was hoping we'd see a little bit of that earlier because the spear is going to be a little bit too honest in terms of the kind of comeback you have to make here. And Sgrape's going to look for one more Pogo. No, a gravity cancel down sig. It's not going to be enough. He did get a touch there, but that Pogo should seal the deal. And Sgrape 3-0s Shadra.
And that is going to be the end of the set. Sgrape has secured himself a position in the top 8. In the trial of Ymir, and the Shadra is going to be going out at 9th. Now, allow me to remind myself.